I'm Maggie Capron, and thank you all for coming out tonight. So it's 1 p.m. and you're ready for lunch. You're headed into a busy afternoon and you're not going to have time for a snack. Surveying your options, you see that you've got a whole apple or sweetened applesauce, you've got tomato juice or carrots with hummus, and for your sandwich options, you have a turkey sandwich on white bread or a turkey sandwich on whole grain bread with lettuce, tomatoes, sprouts, and cheese. How will you decide what options will be best for filling you up and keeping you going through your busy day? Understanding and applying the concept of glycemic load can help you solve this afternoon dilemma and prevent chronic disease at the same time. First off, what is the glycemic load? The glycemic load is a measurement of how much specific foods that contain carbohydrates increase your blood sugar. Carbohydrates are necessary for survival. Examples of foods that contain carbohydrates are fruits, vegetables, grains, beans, and dairy. Sugar is also a carbohydrate. In the stomach, they get broken down by digestive enzymes into glucose, which is the type of sugar in our blood. They then move into the small intestine, where they get absorbed into the blood. Insulin released from our pancreas works like a key on a lock and unlocks our cells so that the sugar is able to enter the cells and be used as fuel source. High glycemic foods have easily accessible carbohydrates that turn to sugar quickly in our bodies. Examples of these foods are white bread, sweeteners, fruit juice, and processed foods. Since they turn to sugar so easily, they quickly cause spikes in both blood sugar and insulin. These extremes are hard on our bodies and increase the risk of chronic diseases such as cardiovascular disease and type 2 diabetes. Low glycemic foods such as grains, beans, fruit, and veggies actually have carbohydrates that are slowly converted into sugar and prevent these high peaks. Now that I've been alarming, let me just say that both cardiovascular disease and type 2 diabetes are associated with chronically elevated blood glucose. Having a high glycemic load cookie once in a while is something your body is fully able to handle. It's all about moderation. What I hope you can take with you today is how to use the glycemic load to help control your hunger and increase your energy. When we eat foods that are high, they cause high peaks in blood sugar. This corresponds with a really low dip. This is technically called hypoglycemia and is your body's reaction when it feels like it's running out of fuel to use. This causes you to crash, feel extra hungry, and crave foods that are high on the glycemic load scale in order to get your blood sugar back up to where your body would like it to be. Understanding the glycemic load can help us control our blood sugar and not look like this cow. So if you're eating a food that's higher on the scale and it's going to raise your blood sugar more than you'd like, one of the options you have to moderate this is to add foods that include fiber, protein, and fats. These ingredients slow the rate at which the food can move through your digestive system. This slower rate of movement equals a slower rate of sugar absorption into your body and prevents the high peak that will cause the eventual crash. So now let's look back at that lunch we were thinking about. So, while the tomato juice is super convenient, it is processed and it's lacking some of the fat and fiber that you would gain from eating carrots and hummus. The whole apple is the choice to give you more energy because unlike the applesauce, which is sweetened with sugar and more processed, it's a whole food and will keep you fuller longer. As far as your sandwich options go, The whole grain bread is less processed and still has some of its fiber as compared to the white loaf of bread. The addition of vegetables and cheese add fiber and fat that will help keep you full throughout your day. Hopefully, this would be the lunch that could keep you going through a crazy afternoon. So as demonstrated by this meal, we can see that the glycemic load is another tool that we can use to assess food and help make nutritious decisions to keep us feeling our best.